Good morning, ladies. Let's jump into the primer video. So, depending on what type of skin you have, that is what type of primer you will use. So if you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, there is a primer for everybody. There's a million primers out there. These are the ones that are my favorites to put on clients and the ones that I've been exposed to based on my own skin and any type of issues that I want to correct. So let's jump right in and start off by saying there's two things that you need to keep in mind when you're picking a primer. Number one, or actually there's three things. So number one, you need to pick, well, mostly two things. Anyway, you need to pick a primer that is based on your skin type. So if you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, there are primers that are specific for that skin type. Number two, I guess there's three reasons. Number two is what concern are you also trying to take care of? So if you have big pores or texture, or if you want to color correct, the same primer that will be for your oily skin will also do one of those things, because you don't have to get three different primers. And the last one is going to be what primer goes with your foundation. That is the one that ladies miss the most. So I can't tell you how many times I get a lady that comes in and they're like, oh my gosh, I hate this foundation. And I know that that is a good foundation. I know, and it's not gonna work for everybody's skin, but I know it's a good foundation, and 8 times out of 10, that foundation should work for the things that you're telling me. So my first question is always, what primer are you using? So you need to be mindful that silicone-based primers do not do well with oil-based makeup, or I'm sorry, water-based makeup. So I would steer clear of that. It separates the water-based makeup, and then as a rule of thumb, silicone does not do well on combination of oily skins, because your oil kind of tries to mix with that, and I don't know, it doesn't allow anything to sink into your skin. It just kind of sits on the surface, and that gives you makeup face. So some of my very favorite primers are, I absolutely love this primer. This is a really good pore filling primer to start out with. If you have big pores and that type of concern, the texture on this is very like pillowy. So, and like really, really soft. So it will go into every kind of like fine line, wrinkle, big pores. And then this is an amazing foundation to lay on top of that. Or a secret about this foundation is you can take a little pea-sized amount, mix it in with your foundation, girl, and then go in with it. This is good for normal, oily, combination skin types. You just don't want to like overuse the product. You need to use like a little pea-sized amount. And then if you notice anything happening weird with your makeup, reduce the amount or increase the amount, whatever is best for you. So this is a really good pore filling primer. It's by Benefit. It's called Porefessional. If you're like me, I want to get a ton of stuff out of my primer. This is basically the exact same type of primer, but this one has skincare in it. And Dr. Brandt is amazing. This is oily combination skin targeted to those people. And it is an instant mattifying pore refiner primer. So I love this primer, you can tell. That's the one that I use. And I also use this one. Girl, don't get me wrong, I still use this one. Keep it going. If you don't like that kind of like cloud consistency, you can go to Bobbi Brown. This one is like a lotion consistency. It's mattifying, and it also kind of blurs a little bit. It looks like a lotion. All of these first primers, if you're really dry skin, you might want to kind of like steer clear of these because it will dry you out further. So next, if you do have dry skin, this is a pore filling primer for you. So this one is from Urban Decay, and it's called Optical Illusion. Girl, this primer is amazing, especially maybe sometimes if you have oily skin, you can use this in the wintertime too when you're not as oily, but it also has that like cloud consistency, and then it also has like a little tiny bit of like brightening almost, but it's not shiny brightening. It's, you know, just a little bit brightening. And then I absolutely love this. So this is good for normal, oily, and dry skin types. And yeah, so you're just gonna put this in, fills pores and does all of that good stuff. So I absolutely love these. Fun fact, these two items come in minis. This is the mini size and it's huge. So like, I mean like, it's like as big as my hand almost. And it gives you a lot of product. And I think these are like $13 or $15, something like that. But there's a lot of product in here and you can get it really expensive. This mini on this one is $13. There's not as much product as like this, but go for that one. This is the silicone base primer that I was telling you about. This is the consistency that it has. It is like clear, usually. Smashbox has a lot of these. These are great for women with normal to dry skins, and it does, again, fill in and kind of like pore minimize. So this is an amazing primer. From my experience, I've just noticed that some foundations will separate with this, like Double Wear. Double Wear is like very, very popular foundation. Girls, if you're wearing Double Wear, do not use a silicone base primer. It separates. Okay, let's see. I am going to hurry and go through the rest of these and then answer a couple questions. So Tarte comes in a little pot like this. It is a pore filling primer. I love this one. It has that same kind of cloud except for it's in a pot. I love this. It fills in everything, keeps your makeup on, doesn't dry out your face. But again, drier girls, I would kind of steer clear of this guy. For my drier girls, again, who do want a pore filling or fine line, Winkie Lux has this like marshmallowy type consistency. Same thing. Yours is just sinking into the skin and you can feel the skincare in it. So look out for this one. You can get it online. Usually there's a code. I think maybe Ulta might be starting to carry Winkie Lux. So this is a really nice primer for you ladies. La Base. This is an oil-free primer from Lancome. Absolutely amazing. Pore filling. Doesn't dry your skin out. Any kind of skin type probably can use this right here. Makeup Forever has one. It is a smoothing primer. Same consistency as like the pillow top consistency as like the rest of these. And it does fill in everything and mattify. Okay, so, and then there is a mattifying base right here. This is a clear consistency. It's got like a, well, maybe, yeah, no, it's like a white. So see that tiny little, and it goes clear. Girls, this will matte your whole face down. You need to only use a tiny bit of this and then just press it into the areas that are really oily. There's no sense in putting this like all over your face. Dry girls, Hangover primer by Too Faced is an amazing one. My favorite one by Lancome, Hydrate and Prime, and it is so good. That primer looks beautiful. It gives your skin this like bounce to it so that your makeup goes on beautiful. I would definitely try that one. And I want to get to a couple questions that I got on my Facebook last night. Jessie she wants to know what foundation or what primer she should use for combination. I use a matte foundation because I'm so oily, so I feel like I need a hydrating primer. Also, definitely texture. Okay, so if your skin is oily and you're using a mattifying foundation, you don't want to get your hydration from your primer. You want to get your hydration from an oil-free moisturizer or something that is specifically made for oily skins. Murad makes a really good one. It's a mattifying moisturizer. And then, gosh, there's a million. Dermalogica has an amazing one. So don't try to get the hydration that your face needs from your primer because, yeah, it's just too much. So if you're not wanting to dry your face out, you do want something that's not gonna be like mattifying on top of mattifying, I would definitely suggest, and you're dealing with texture, go get Optical Illusion. You can try this one. It is amazing. And yeah, I would definitely give this a go. This one is a little matte. This is mattifying as well a little bit, but it doesn't dry your skin out. So either one of these would be a really nice primer for you. Marsha, best primer for combination skin. And she is a nurse. I know that, so she needs her makeup to last all 12 hours. Combination skin, oily skin. I would say my favorite primer for Marsha, I know your skin. So like my favorite primer for you is gonna be this Pore. It literally locks into your pores. It doesn't budge. Once you get your little stuff in there and kind of get in there, this is the primer that I would suggest that you try. It's just my favorite one, girl. I'm sorry. I just like all these other primers that I have sitting here, and this is the one that I want to go to for you. So I would do that. And let me know, guys, in the comments if this video was helpful. I can do a lot more of the Ask Me a Question video. So I am going to jump out of here, and I will see you guys in the next video.